Hey and welcome, I'm your boy Solo. In this video I'll be going over Twitch versus Kick and some of the pros and cons of each. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. First, let's go over a few of the pros and what the viewer experience will be like with Kick, as it seems to be attracting a lot of attention lately. So let's just look at some of the pros of using Kick. First of all, Kick does not have any ads. So when you load up a Kick stream, you won't be interrupted with ads and other things. Now this is great because that'll prevent ads from playing over your content. Viewer experience won't get interrupted. Next, you'll get 95% of your payout. So unlike Twitch that only gives 50%, when you subscribe to someone on Kick, they're going to get 95% of the subscription. I think this here has a trade-off, but so far it is really good for the creator if they're getting a lot of subscribers. Another thing that I thought was a pro for Kick was that you could give mods VIP, OGs, and mod. So people can hold 3 different titles at once, whereas Twitch you can't give somebody a VIP if they're mod, and vice versa. You can't give somebody mod if they're a VIP or they lose it. Where on Kick you'll be able to have all of those titles at one time. I think that's pretty cool and one of the pros of Kick. But that's really it for Kick's pros. I find their viewer benefits and their viewer experience needs a lot more work so far. That's just a few things Kick is doing well on so far. They have a lot of things, they offer quite a bit of stuff. They're giving you 95% of the payout, but their viewer experience still needs a lot more work before it's going to catch up to Twitch's. For Twitch, some of the pros before you subscribe is free channel emotes. Now these are just a few emotes that you'll get before you get affiliated, and the way that they have them implemented, I enjoy going into Twitch, and when I click on the emote button, I enjoy how it shows the emotes and you can scroll through the list of them. When I was over on Kick, when I go through them, it just has my recent, but it shows them a lot smaller, and it doesn't have my favorite emotes. It shows my recent ones, but it still only has the one saved. So I think this is a bug, and I think this here experience is what breaks it over on Kick for me, is that it doesn't save all the ones that I use. You can't implement things like Better TTV, and you can't use things like 7TV for extra emotes as well. It's just not implemented for the website yet. So that's one of the pros of Twitch, is you'll be able to use all of those things here, and it gives you just a lot more availability for emotes, animation emotes, and the viewer experience I find just a little bit better in that department. Kick is doing a really good job of catching up, but it's still quite a bit off. I find Twitch very easy to find your favorite emotes, your favorite ones for your favorite streamers, and when you subscribe, you get access to so many more. Now this here is kind of hand in hand with Kick, as they're both doing a lot to implement more features and more things, and the emotes is one of the things that Kick is catching up on, but it did fall behind when at the first recording this here video. It still has a few bugs and it lacks a lot of emotes, but we'll see what that looks like in the future. Another pro with Twitch is the channel points. This makes it capable for you to spend points on things like Hydrate, game related things, switch guns, pick legends, and a lot of other cool things like sound alerts, scare alerts, and much more. Twitch also offers a variety of extensions, and the bots are much more advanced with Twitch API. The API is just so much better for Twitch, and it's a lot easier, and a lot more bots have been around for a lot longer, already using them. So I find it's just a lot easier to find a nice bot, and you don't always have to go with one. Where Kick, it really only has one working bot that'll provide you with any kind of overlays or functionality. So that's one of the downsides of Kick, is their bots are limited, but that's a pro over on Twitch. There's a lot to pick from. So if one's not what you like, you'll be able to pick from a lot of other ones. Twitch has a lot of pros still for the viewer experience. Like I said, I find it much better viewer experience, and it's not just by a little, but I find it's way ahead in the viewer experience department. I just find that the way the website works, how it suggests me all my followers and things, I just find it works a lot smoother still yet. The video on screen isn't what I'm talking about, like how clear it is or your bitrate. That isn't the pro. It's just when I was looking for things, I still can't find I have 3 channels open right now, but when I go into use my emotes, I still only have access to the one channel's emotes. So I can't use my other channel emotes here unless I go copy paste them from another channel, or they're just not showing up. So I'm having a little bit of an issue with that. It's only just showing the ones that I have for this channel. It's not giving me all the channels that I follow and subscribe to. It doesn't give me them all. So that's one of the pros of Twitch. It allows you to do that, and I find it a lot more organized and easier to use. So a big plus on the viewer experience so far. A few of the cons for Kick are there's just not much of an API yet. That is what the bots use to get the info they need when people follow and subscribe. There is a big lack of good bots So I find that's a big con for Kick, as they just don't have very many, they don't have very much variety to pick from, and you're pretty much just stuck using one or two of the bots, and they're janky to use at best. Another con is when you subscribe, you don't really get anything for it. Yes, you get a few more emotes that you get access to. Yes, the channel owner gets a lot more money, like 95%. Yeah, the channel owner gets a lot out of this deal. But for the viewer experience, what do you get more than Twitch? In my opinion, that 50-50, like, they offer a lot of features that Kick doesn't even have access to yet, let alone the analytics page looking so much better. There's just a few more things that Kick could definitely like work on in that department. So compared to Twitch, it's almost nothing what you get for your subscription. Another thing is, much as it's a pro, it's a con as well. Like, you no longer will be getting anything for ad revenue. That might not mean a lot to you depending on your subscribers and your viewers, but that actually would make a big dent in what I make. I don't have to do anything else. I don't need people to subscribe to me or anything like that. The ads will make me enough that I'll be able to do some events, some giveaways and things like that on Twitch, where Kick doesn't give me that option. Ask people for subscription. I just don't want to do that. That's not what my channel is about. So it doesn't match my content. So that's another con that they have. So as much as those ads are annoying, it does kind of help you out, and it is one of the pros of Twitch. Like, there's more than one income. You're not just making money off of people subscribing. You don't need people to subscribe. If you have a couple of viewers, maybe younger audience that doesn't really have credit cards and the ability, that's just another way that you can make passive income. And as much as people don't like it, it does help you out depending on your viewers. And I definitely think it's a check mark in the positive for some and check mark in the negative. So that one's a pro and a con, but it is a con depending on how you look at it, and it's a pro depending on how you look at it. If it's one of the ways you use to make more content like I do, I don't ask people for subscriptions because the ads make me plenty enough to be able to do the odd streams that I do. So I think that's something to look at when you're looking into both of these. A few cons for Twitch are the ads. Yeah, I know I just said like they help you out, but not being able to turn them off, I think, is one way that Twitch went wrong. I actually believe that if they give you the option to turn them on and off, Twitch would be so much better than Kick that it wouldn't even be a question. It wouldn't even be something that I would be asking or going over right now. If you could turn your ads off, I think Twitch would be the place to go. But as of right now, that's a con. You have to have ads, so you might as well be running them at a time where it's convenient for you, like when you're BRB or go use the bathroom. But that's one of the things that a lot of people don't like about Twitch, is they force ads upon their users. It can interrupt really good moments, or it can like just give you distance to your audience where you want to kind of capture their attention. You don't want an ad to block it or mess it up. It doesn't affect your VODs at the end, but it's just something that's not a great viewer experience. Another con for Twitch is they do take 50%, and as much as that's a pro or a con, they take 50% of everything you make in subscriptions, where Kick is only taken like 5%. This is a very big gap, and if you have more subscribers and viewers, this actually makes sense for you. So if you're getting way more subscriptions than you're even getting viewers, it's actually a benefit to you to go over there. It depends on what you're giving your subscribers to, because there's things on Twitch that you can give your subscribers that you can't give to your subscribers over on Kick. So that's something that I thought about as well. As you're moving platforms, like what one can you offer a better experience to your viewers? And can you bring that exact viewer experience over to Kick with you? Those are questions that I asked myself. I didn't find a good answer to it because I haven't been able to make it possible. It's still lacking a lot of things like sound alerts and stuff like that. It does need a lot more work, and I expect to see a lot more of that in the future. So I hope it gets better as we go. But right now, like I said, the viewer experience is still going to Twitch, even though it's got a few cons. Another big con is that it caps you at 6,000 bitrate. So for 2023, this is just not enough. This is not the standard anymore. Every other platform is offering more. On YouTube, it's like 15,000. So if you really wanted to pick where you're going to get better quality and you're going to have an amazing, much more quality in your stream, just go to YouTube. There's 15,000 bitrate over there. You can pretty much stream 1440p absolutely no problem, and it's going to look amazing over there. It's going to look amazing compared to Twitch or the alternatives. So I have to throw that in there. That's a con for Twitch, is they're still stuck at 2020 bitrate of 6,000, which is just not good enough quality for a good fast moving 1920 by 1080 picture. So that's something that they're falling behind in the game, and they still haven't implemented the AV1 encoder. YouTube's already done this. Kick, I don't think, has it yet, but it's still just one of the cons. Twitch should already have this here done. It's not like they don't have the back, and it's not like they don't have the money, and they've been falling behind. And that's another con, is they've been stagnant for so long that they're not doing anything. They're not innovating. They're not adding new features. So due to the lack of competition in the space, the quality is falling behind and the features are kind of going downhill. So they could definitely use a little bit more, and that's one of the pros for Kick. I hope they make Twitch change gears. Maybe they can notch them up one so that they start to innovate again. That would be good for everyone. So the more people that are jumping onto Kick, the more that Twitch is going to have to innovate, which is so much better for both parties. I just hope that Kick can hang on to that only 5% of what they're taking. Even with a lot of investors, I do not see that lasting very long. From a business sense of things, there's just no way they can make that work. There's a reason why Twitch is taking 50% and they still don't make a positive. So it's going to be really hard for them, I think, moving forward, especially with all the other problems that they're running into. If you've been following the news on it, you can definitely see that one of the cons are they're having some problems, legal issues with some of the categories being posted in some places that just don't allow that. So that is something to look into as well. What other things are going to come up and what else is going to slow them down? This is a big, expensive endeavor, and I just don't expect them to be able to keep that promise for very long. So that's one of the cons, is they haven't been around long enough for us to know if they're going to actually make it. So we could switch over there and it could end tomorrow, and we'd have to start over again on Twitch. So should you switch to Twitch? That's still up to you, but those are some of the things that make me nervous of doing it. It's a fly-by-night company, and it could just go away just as fast as it started up. Only taking 5% sounds great for you, the viewer, and sounds great for you, the owner of the channel. But does it sound great for innovation? Does it sound great for how much money they're going to have left over to do anything and add features to even keep up with Twitch? So those are some of the things that I've been looking at lately. And to me, it just seems like the viewer experience still on Twitch is going to be much better for quite a while longer yet. Definitely take all this here info with a grain of salt. Most of this is just my opinion as a viewer, not just as a streamer. But right now, I believe that Twitch is offering a better viewer experience for subscribers as a viewer. Twitch is just better, and it offers more, and you can do quite a bit more to interact with your viewers. There's a lot more extensions and other things that you'll be able to do that Kick just doesn't have yet, and it's a long way from having a lot of what the Twitch offers for features and just for the viewer experience in general. Most streamers jumped over to Kick because they just see that they're going to be getting so much more of a percent of their income. A lot, I think, have forgotten what the viewer experience is like without all those things. Like, Twitch does offer quite a bit better of a viewer experience, and I much rather watch a Twitch stream and use the features over there. Sitting on Kick with nothing to do, a handful of emotes, nothing to do but chat. I like my emotes, I like my sound alerts, I like my scare alerts, I like all of the extensions that you can interact, change game settings. There's a lot of things you can do over on Twitch that you can just even have your viewers change their gameplay, be able to spawn creepers in Minecraft, be able to modify your game GTA. There's a lot of things that you can interact directly because of the extensions that Twitch offers that Kick has a long ways to go yet before they're going to have. And those are things that interact with your viewers. Like, it's super cool to have stream buddies on your page running across the bottom. And there's a lot of other things that Twitch already has, and Kick doesn't even have it implemented of any kind yet. There's just no way, there's no extensions, and there's a lot of things that viewers use every single day that's just not going to be there, like the Pokemon community game, and I can name so many more. But on the same note, the more people that move over to Kick, the more it will grow and the more features it will gain. For now, Twitch is the clear winner to me, but I can't wait to see what features hold next for Kick, what things they might add, where it will go, what it will do next. Definitely stay tuned. I will be following the updates and the news as it happens. If you want to see where it goes, where it is at in 6 months, or if I will suggest it maybe 6 months from now. Definitely get subscribed if you don't want to miss it. I will be taking another deep dive into this again soon. But if you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching.